Very important.
Yeah. So we are looking at forecasting. Okay. Forecasting is a very important topic in data analytics. It's one of the important topics. So first of all, what is forecasting? Let's see what Wikipedia says about it. It says forecasting is the process of making predictions based on past and present data. Later, these are compared against what actually happened. For example, a company might estimate their revenue in the next year, then compare it against actual results, creating a variance actual analysis. Okay, so forecasting is about predicting the future. Well, however, like I tried to explain previously, the word prediction is a word we can conveniently use to explain forecasting, even though the two are not exactly the same. Okay, but it's more or less the closest word to it. Okay, you see, it says prediction is a similar but more general term. Okay, like I explained in the last class, I think I need to explain that again. You know, when you forecast, usually it's very rare to find actual, to get results that are exactly the same as the forecast. Okay, that's why here, it says later these can be compared against what actually happened. Okay, so when you do a forecast, usually what you get most of the time is not exactly the same as the forecast. But if the forecast is well done, on the average, the variance will be small. Okay? The deviation from actual will not be much. Just like we did in class today when we were talking about random numbers. Okay? You remember? Well, that was in arrow anyway. So
Yeah.
but in arrow we generated some random numbers. Okay, when we use the arrow norm to generate random numbers. Now, when the random numbers generated were taken from the normal distribution, and we know that and the numbers were taken, rather, it was taken from the standard normal distribution. The standard normal distribution has a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of what? Of 1, right? Standard deviation of 1.
Yeah.
But when we inspected those numbers, we found the mean of the number generated. Did we get 0?
Yes.
Are you sure? Did we get 0?
The mean, when we generated the mean?
Yes. Did we get exactly 0?
On in the arrow.
In arrow, yes, in arrow, yes.
I think we had 0.
It's like maybe you don't remember what I'm saying. Okay. Well, I could just demo that, don't worry. So that I can use it to explain what I'm trying to explain. Just give me a few minutes.
All right.
Okay, so while that is loading, let's continue, but I'll demonstrate what I'm trying to show you. So, forecasting is very, very important. Okay, big companies, big corporations utilize forecasting tools to have an idea of what will happen in the future, so they can prepare for it. Okay, so if, for example, you are anticipating growth in sales, you have to be prepared to render the service associated with the sales. Okay. If there's need to increase your capacity to render service to the customers, you have to do that. Okay, so that there's no drop in quality of your service. You understand? So that's that. So forecasting is very, very important. So the word prediction, okay, from the root word, the word prediction is a little bit different. Like I said, if somebody predicts that, let's say Nigeria is to play a match against Argentina, and somebody predicts that the scores will be 4-0 in favor of Nigeria, if eventually it is 5-1 in favor of Nigeria, okay, or let's say 3-1 in favor of Nigeria, are we going to say that prediction was right or wrong?
Sorry. Just a minute.
I said a football match is to take place between Nigeria and Nigerian team
Okay.
and Argentina.
Argentina.
Yes, Argentina national team. And somebody predicts that Nigeria will beat Argentina 4-0.
Okay.
Which means Nigeria will win the match, beating Argentina 4-0. If eventually the match is played and the scores are 3-1 in favor of that, Nigeria beats them 3-1, are we going to say the prediction was right or wrong?
Because
Wrong.
for me, it was right.
Okay. Okay. Is it right?
For me,
Or
I feel it's wrong though.
okay. 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 Let me give another example. If a prophet was to tell you that it's going to rain today in the morning, starting from 7 a.m.
Starting from 7
and
a.m.
7 a.m. in the morning.
Okay.
But it didn't rain, didn't start by 7. But it still rained on
Okay.
that day from 2 p.m. Would you say the prophet's prophecy is right, is correct?
He not say right now.
Is that? Is
It's
it
not
right?
right
It's
now.
wrong.
Assuming
wrong.
he did not give time. If he did not
I-
give time, he said, there will be rain today,
Yeah.
and the rain fell.
Mm.
No,
Yes,
but
right.
he
Then
gave
now
time.
he gave time.
He gave
He
time.
gave
So
time.
is it right
Yes.
or
So
wrong?
it's wrong.
So we are supposed to be expecting that time. Okay,
Yes.
7 a.m. People say to rain, no. But it
Yes.
didn't
It's
rain.
wrong.
So it's
So
But
it's
what we
wrong.
are talking in the religious part of it, I think is a little bit different from the secular.
Religious, so it's still wrong.
Yes,
Even the prophet said it's wrong.
like because by the word forecasting,
No,
forecasting
Mr.
cannot
Doty,
just be
Mr. Doty,
accurate.
I'm not
Yes.
talking of forecast now. I'm talking of prediction.
Yes.
Because
Yeah.
I'm trying to
Okay.
use this to distinguish between prediction and forecasting.
And forecasting. Okay.
Yes.
Mm.
Even though they are synonyms, but in the real sense, there's a little difference between them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that difference is what we are trying to illustrate now. That's why I'm giving you these examples.
Okay.
Yes. So
I think
you can see the
I'll
direction
follow
we are going.
Charles.
Okay.
I'll toe the line of Charles and Jennifer to say
Okay.
under forecasting,
Yes.
if rain was supposed to fall by 7 o'clock and went to fall by 2 o'clock, then
Yes. Yeah. It's
it's
not.
not
It's not bad. That's acceptable.
yes.
That's
Exactly.
acceptable. But if a soothsayer says something, you expect it to come to pass exactly the way the
As it
soothsayer said.
exactly.
Uh-huh.
Too much no scenario about. Yeah.
So you see, that's the way prediction generally is. Okay, but forecasting is not usually expected to be exact like that.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay? Yeah. So let me give you. Let me. Wow, what's happening to my arrow? Come on, please 1 minute. Okay, so that is that's that. All right, let's switch to Excel. Okay. So I said, okay, let's display just a few numbers. So what can you say about these numbers? Okay, so you recall that this arrow num function is used to display randomly selected numbers from the standard normal distribution. Actually, from a normal distribution. From a normal distribution, not necessarily standard, but by default, it will be the standard. It will be the standard normal distribution by default. Okay. So, but you see that this one is no more standard normal distribution, right? Because here I'm asking it to use a mean of 50 and that deviation of 10. Okay, but when you just say arrow num like this, it's assuming you want to use a mean of 0 and a standard deviation of 1. That's the assumption. This is the assumption. You understand? This is what is assumed. Okay? And when these features, now you can do it in this form, or you can write out the mean like this, like I did here, whichever one works. Okay? It works. So
use same numbers you use for the first selection for this particular.
this one, come again.
Use the same number. The mean 50, as in the mean 50. The standard deviation 10. Let's see if it will give us no, I mean like this 10 comma and mean equals 0. I want you to equate 50 there. Then SD equals 10.
Okay. Sorry, this thing is covering up.
You can just change it for me again and rerun it.
No worry.